Welcome to Every Dull Moment. I'm Greg Blythe, and we thought we'd do something to entertain you and to do something new and original for ourselves. Today we're taking out of the box, brand new, never been used before, a Shindo 210mm Gyuto. This ironclad blue number 2 knife you can see has never been used, and I definitely want to thank Tony and Zach over at Tokoshu Knife. We've had this for a long time, and you know, we have a lot of knives, we don't get around to using all of them. So let's have a little fun with this one. We are going to take the black finish off of the knife. I hope I know how to do that. So here is the knife as it stands from the factory, never used, and we're going to see how sharp it is. Okay, so how would this knife look if it didn't have the black finish on it? I don't know, but we're going to find out. So at first I'm going to not sand it. I'm going to just use the Scotch-Brite belt and see if we can take the finish off. The other thing I want to do is I'm going to test the sharpness to see, once we do the Scotch-Brite, to see if it will remove it and we can get like a Kasumi / hazy satin finish. I'm not trying to bring it to a high polish. We're not going there today. Something a little bit more rustic, even though the black finish will be removed. I also want to see through the process, did we retain the edge? Okay, so I don't know how many of you have a Shindo knife that does not have the black finish, the Kurouchi finish. So maybe we're the first, maybe we're not. Maybe you guys are ahead of me in the game. Let's go ahead real quick and find out how sharp the knife is. Typically, this particular blacksmith, what is that?
It's still on that back edge.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Cool.
So typically these knives are super sharp. This one's been in the box for quite a while. So, I mean, it's a sharp knife, you know, below 160. Wow, okay. So we're about to head out into my garage workspace. We're going to pause real quick and then reset up out there. And then we're going to attempt to keep the knife intact, as sharp as it is, and just see about taking off the black finish. And then we're able to use the knife. Again, this is ironclad, so we should be able to just lightly kind of remove this and see what's going on. I'm not trying to be so abrasive that I put sandpaper on this or belt sander on this. I'm not saying that we might not have to, because we definitely might have to, but we're going to see what we can do with the Scotch-Brite belt to see if it'll do it first, and then we'll go from there. So we will join you outside. And we've just got a couple things set up. We've got a Scotch-Brite belt on the machine. So this has a fabric that has texture. It is in a way sanding at a microscopic level. It's not really used for sanding per se, it's used for polishing. We are going to not hold the knife firmly up against this. It's just gonna kiss and dust. There's these little teeth that just kind of float, and the texture will just kind of dust, and we will see if we can remove it.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to pop something weird up on my screen. Okay.
So, but we are gonna segue from one to the next. Slightly finer. We have some different felt belts. We have some cork, some things that have some different rouge on it so we can polish. We even have some felt that has different polish on it as well. But again, we're not trying to get like a super high polish finish. We're trying to get something a little bit satiny. I'm saying all this before I turn the machine on because you're going to hear noise. And in the edit, I'll try to turn the volume down on the machine. But you're not going to hear me say a lot. I'll have to turn the machine off to talk to you. The only thing you are going to see me do is I'm going to hold it up against this way as the belt is rotating downward for safety. I'm going to take the finish off the back, take the finish off the side. We're not trying to overheat the knife. We're just going to look, try to take the polish off, do the same thing on the other side. And I mean, it could look good right after this where we only have to do 2 belts. We'll see what's going on. But our goal is also not to lose the edge that we already have. It looks great. So let's go and see what we got. I can tell you, we're going to have a little bit of trouble getting some of the color out of the deeper hammer Tachimi kind of marks. There's only a couple
you're probably
of them.
not going to be able to.
So I'm not going to push too hard in there. I don't mind pushing a little bit hard in there because it's not close to the edge. My wife is kind of standing right in front of the light now.
It's working. They can see it. I promise.
Okay. Putting a little bit of the belt over to the side for overhang to get in the corner. I don't want the blade to touch, so I'm trying to not get right here. I will say I like some of the character that's, some of the dark that's left into the little, you know, it's kind of nice. So this is definitely the difficult spot. Okay.
There, it's actually better with me standing in front of it a little bit, yeah.
Okay. When I say like I'm barely touching it first. I'm trying not to heat up the knife. So a lot of times it looks like I'm really pressing and I'm barely touching. I'm just going to let it do over time.
How hot is the knife?
It's not hot at all. I mean,
No.
it's literally not hot. I mean, you can feel it yourself. I mean, it's...
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, not even, yeah.
So I'm going to make an edge on this side. To get in the corner.
I have no leather on, so I'm a little not having fun with this.
Your run is going to go down.
Sure. Yeah, that seemed to be the most productive, really. Ah!
let's go to something a little bit finer. Honestly, it looks great right now. It's not that we really need to do more. So I'm just taking some stuff that has some polish on it and just letting it. It might get a little dirty. You might have to wipe it off. All right, so we have one last thing that I'm going to do, which is a felt belt with, it's got a lot of gunny juice on it. So it's a super fine diamond emulsion. It got put in there pretty good. There was a little chromium oxide in it earlier. All right, so it looks great. I'm not sure if any of that took any of the edge off. The edge occasionally touched it, but it's a down grain. It could have created a burr. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and strop it just to make absolutely sure. You guys don't know, this is my amazing kangaroo tail that I absolutely love. It's like basically impossible to get now. Kangaroo and kangaroo tail, not the same thing. Kangaroo tail being the toughest leather on earth. It'll just make sure we're free of any particles that might have overhung. All right, we have the tester out. If we dulled it, it just means we have to sharpen it.
Okay, so that happened.
Okay, so that happened. Let's just do that again.
Okay.
Just so there's not a fluke.
Well, and I would have probably put it on the box instead of the table that has crap on it. But, you know.
That's more like what we would expect. What did we have before earlier?
159, I believe.
Okay, so what that tells you is that as you are polishing the knife, you're doing different things to the edge. So definitely I would probably go back and put it on like stone and just kind of hone the knife on a stone.
Yeah, let's try a different spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, you laid it on the table, and I'm telling you there's particles on that table.
Yeah, but also I think the blade was up.
So, well, we just have all kinds of craziness happening.
So basically we've got a really sharp knife. Yeah, I was just wondering, do I have like a piece of paper out here?
No, but if you can go get one, or I can hear. Just
Okay.
you want to.
So I'm going to talk to you guys for a second while my wife goes to get a piece of paper. So if you don't remember, 2 weeks ago, we did a raffle kind of a thing. So if you haven't signed up for it, please do. We have not done the drawing yet for that. Paper towel too, honey. Paper towel. So please make sure you go to Instagram, sign up to be following Ryan at District Cutlery on Instagram. Also follow us. And then I am within the next week going to go ahead and pick a winner. We do appreciate as the channel continues to grow. Hopefully this was somewhat entertaining. Definitely funny to get all the different...
All I can hear is someone go, why?
Well, I mean, you know, honestly, as the blade was going down off the edge, you know, it's polishing pretty intensely in places and others. Yeah. And again, you would actually put it on like a honing.
Yeah, I just meant the whole, like, why did we do this in the first place?
For entertainment. Like, who's done it? I don't know. Maybe somebody else has done it. I don't know. So we like to hear how sharp things are.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's not make confetti in the garage.
I'm not. I mean, that is sweet.
Uh-huh.
Don't cut the head. Don't cut the head. Don't cut the head.
Oh, okay. Well, you're close, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Oh, okay. Point made, babe.
Huh?
Huh? I don't hear you.
I can tell you, like, that's why you would need to go back and put it on
where
the stone.
It catches in places or something.
Yeah, because it's not continuous. Like, there's places that it cuts and then places that it tears. Mm-hmm. So we would definitely go ahead and put this on the stone to kind of hone it. But I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. Pretty nice, 210 millimeter blue number 2, ironclad, slightly polished, Tachimi mild Kurouchi finish.
Well, that didn't help.
So if this maybe motivates some of you to kind of see what's below it, then, you know, I'm glad we could inspire you.
There you go.
This is not an expensive knife. It tends to be sold out. I know that I think Zohocho Knives carries it as well. Everybody's been really great to us. Definitely glad to have one. Shindo is always a great knife, and if you don't know, just a good knife to pick up if you can find one. Everybody's enjoyed them. Thanks for coming out in our workspace, in our garage. We appreciate you always checking in. Next week, we've got a couple of different things. So one of the things we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing the serrated edges from this knife. I've never done that before, so hopefully I know what I'm doing. But we will make a new knife out of this knife. Again, for your entertainment. And then I need to give you a review of this particular Tormek. Definitely have had a lot of fun using it. Definitely have a lot to say about it. I know people who love it, and that's great. I'll definitely give you my opinions on using it in particular, and I look forward to doing that. Thank you as always for checking in. There will be some time in June. I will be out for some elective surgery reasons, some things you guys have been following along. I appreciate you. I've had a lot of weight loss, and so I'm going to get all the skin cut off. So I'll be out of the business for a minute, so we'll have some time off. But I appreciate all your support and encouraging words you've always given. So we look forward to hearing from you next week as you check in, and we will be announcing the winner over the next week. So please, when you see this, go to Instagram, like and follow District Cutlery, follow us, and then we'll see you on the show Friday nights at 8. Thanks, guys. That was hopefully not a dull moment.